Alright, quick update on JASMY. So it's been a little while since I made an update. I haven't seen any good entry points, so I haven't updated you in the past couple of days. If you have watched my past few videos, you know I've been looking for an entry point initially. We were either looking for a back test and a strong push up once we did hit the 3.9 cent region, and every time, I said I'm waiting for a back test. First time we fell through it like butter, second time fell through it like butter. Third time, we poked above it for maybe like 20 minutes or an hour, and then we fell for it again. So I'm still sitting on the sidelines. Once again, if you haven't watched my previous videos, I do think this is the bottoming region for JASMY. I don't think we are going to return to this region and we are going to backtest the lows, but looking at the chart right now, it does look like if I am going to enter a trade, it is probably going to be a lower entry point. Now, looking at this in the short term, or at least if we start off on the daily, you can see we've got a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, and we've broken below this head and shoulders pattern. So I'm personally not going to take the price target of this simply because I don't really think it will play out to the teeth. But personally, what I'm looking for right now is either another back test of this 0.5 or a back test anywhere in this purple box region. Now, I've highlighted this before, the top of the purple box being the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement in the short term. The midway of the box, or the heart line of the box, if I remove this now because we've already done this, get rid of some of this to make the data a bit clearer. You can see once again midpoint of the box is the 618 Fibonacci retracement, and the bottom of this box is this orange line. This is where we initially wanted to make a trade on JASMY around about the 2-3 cent region, and we never came back to backtest it. When we went on this massive rally, we said I do believe this is going to be the bottom region, but it is very likely that we could have a throwback all the way to this orange line down here at the 2-3 cents. So what I'm looking for right now is personally a bottoming region to come anywhere between the top of this purple box and the bottom of this purple box. Now, personally, if I had to put a price target of where I thought we were going to bottom, I would imagine anywhere between the 618 Fibonacci, and my number one region where I'd be very happy to enter a trade on JASMY is this 2-3 cent. Now, if we do come down to the 2-3 cent, have a big breakdown, and then we bottom here and start to head up, I would be very happy to enter a trade within this region. But I do believe JASMY has pretty good risk adjusted returns. Now, I've said this before, I think once we get moving for JASMY, it is going to be a very nice trade that we would have on our hands whenever that does happen. For example, I've been saying once we do manage to flip this orange line up here, basically at the 4 cent but 3.9 cent to be specific, I do think, for example, if we backtest it and then start to head up, we would have a push up to the first price target coming in at the 200-day moving average. And from a backtest of the 3.9 cent, that would be a 90% increase. The next target up is the first fib level. And this is only the first Fibonacci level, the 236 all the way down here. And this is all the way up at 8 cent. This is, or basically 8.5 cent, 8.6 cent. This is a 121% trade. So what I think JASMY has good risk adjusted returns. When I am getting ready for a trade, or when I do hop in a trade, I want to be playing it from a position of strength because JASMY is very volatile. It can wick out a lot of people who aren't willing to sit on the sidelines and wait for a perfect entry point, and that's what I've been seeing. I've been seeing a lot of people FOMO in at these regions saying it's going to go to the moon, it's going to go to the moon, and there's a lot of people down here that were buying, and fair enough, we've obviously had a massive rally, but me personally, I'm still sitting on the sidelines. I'm still waiting for a trade, so I'm just giving you a quick update on that. Nothing has really changed in the macro market perspective. I mean, we're still in a very healthy uptrend. We're still, we've backtested the 0.5 and start to head up, but we are coming back down to the 0.5. So as we have got this head and shoulders formation, I do think we are going to break through the 0.5, and I do think we are going to bottom somewhere around about this purple box. Like I said, if you put a gun to my head and I had to estimate exactly where it was going to bottom, I would say either the 2.5 cent at this 618 Fibonacci retracement region right here, or my preferred entry point is right here at this orange line. Now, I've said this multiple times that for JASMY to get bullish, in my opinion, the most bullish scenario would have been to break out, backtest this orange line, because then we would have been very certain that we wouldn't have had a throwback to it. push above this orange box, back test it, and then start to head up. That would have been the most healthy scenario in my opinion, but we basically went up in a straight line. I said, fair enough, if I'm going to enter a trade, I want to see a back test of this orange line, and every time we came up to it, we fell through it like butter. So I'm waiting for an entry point. I'm not going to FOMO in. I'm not going to try and catch the falling knife. I'm not going to dollar cost average. I'm simply going to wait for where I believe is a position of strength. And I will update you once I see that position of strength. But as a rule of thumb, if you're just looking at this for a quick update video and you do plan on having a buy set once we do reach a region where I would be looking to make a trade, once again, if we come down to the 618 Fibonacci at the 2.5 cent, or my ultimate bullish scenario, we have a throwback all the way down here to the 2.3 cent and then have a strong impulse, that would be where I'm looking to enter my trade. So that's all I see for JASMY. I do think it is extremely healthy for us to come back to this orange line, because we just exploded through it. We never back tested it, and you know, when you don't back test things and you just go up in a straight line, it is not normally a good sign. Like, this could be a local top. Obviously so far this is a local top, because you know, I said it would be healthy if we back tested this orange line. Until we back test the orange line, then I'm just going to be sitting on the sidelines, and we fell through it. So you know, not back testing these important regions of support is not very good. It just means that, you know, once we fall through them, we don't have any other support, because you know, we've just gone up in a straight line. So I am looking for a bottoming region to be around about the 2.5 cent. I would prefer to enter a trade at the 2.3 cent, but all in all, I will be waiting for a drop, a strong bounce from one of these regions, and then when I enter my trade, I will re-update you on what I think is going on in the market. So that's all I see for JASMY. Once again, still sitting on the sidelines, waiting to enter from a position of strength, not trying to catch the falling knife. That's basically all I've got for you. So if you are in JASMY, best of luck. Once again, none of this is financial advice. It's just my own opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Gabay out. Peace.